Yeah, how special was it to come back from double-digit deficit in the third quarter there, especially on Kyle Ledger night?
I think it was the perfect ending to a great night. When we approached tonight, I think the basketball game was not on the back burner, but wasn't the primary purpose for tonight. The primary purpose for tonight was to show Kyle some support and be able to help him in his fight against cancer in any way we could. And the basketball game was just part of that kind of the entertainment that came along with that whole thing. So, first and foremost, I'm so grateful for how well the whole event turned out. I'm so proud to say that, I'm born and raised in this community. I teach in this community, coach in this community, because this place was absolutely jam-packed and there were purple shirts everywhere. And the amount of services and products donated and money raised is just phenomenal. And it really shows what a great community this is that rallies around good people that are going through a tough time. So, I think the event was great. Add in the excitement of the basketball game and throw that on top of it, and I don't know if it could have been a much better ending to the whole event.
Right. In the third, like I said, you guys were down double digits.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a lot of your home games, you guys always battle back. Late third and fourth quarter.
Yep. Yeah, we've had a lot of down to the wire wins this year, especially early. But even as of late, there really hasn't been that many just blowout games where there's a big cushion. It's always a grind it out, knock it out fight. But I think by far this was the gutsiest performance we've played and gutsiest win we've had as a team this year. We were down double digits. Certain things we weren't hitting a lot of shots. We came out ice cold. We were getting good looks. They just weren't dropping. I don't know if we were jacked up with emotion just because of the whole event, but we settled down and I can't, I'll have to watch the tape to count, but we were on the floor numerous times and I dive in for loose balls all over the place. It was such a physical game, and so just, we slowly, it wasn't any huge plays, but we just slowly chipped away at it. Guys had confidence. You could tell that was growing as the game went on, and we started chipping away at it. And before we knew it, we had a lead. And like it's been all year, we tend to turn the ball over early in the game, and then as the game comes down to the closing part of it, we really do a good job of taking care of the ball. Now we had a couple turnovers at the end there that made it a little sketchy, but overall I thought we did a great job once we got that lead. Again, being strong with the ball, getting to the free throw line, hitting big free throws again was the story, and it was just, I think, a complete performance.
Right. Can't say enough about Drew Johnson. I mean, he's turned into a whole different player lately.
He has. He's been a very pleasant surprise. We knew Drew was a good basketball player this year when he came up. You never know that transition from JV to varsity, how long it's going to take a player to grow into that and be comfortable with the game speed and how physical it is. And he's as impressed us, from the first couple weeks of practice and games, and exceeded our expectations. And within the last couple weeks, there have been moments in big games where he's just taken over. He seems like he can get the ball into the lane and break down defenders kind of whenever he wants. And he's really gotten, that go-to move of his is break them down, get into the lane, that little stop and pop jumper, or a little runner, and he's hitting it. And then, more importantly than that, he's so consistent from the free throw line down the stretch. So again, just confidence and poise, and that's what you love to see out of your point guard, in this case your backup point guard. And so when we can have Spry and him and Westrick on the floor together, those are three solid ball handlers that can really get to the rim and make things happen.
Connor Bowen's buzzer beater at the end of the third. I mean, that he put you guys within 7 almost.
Yes, yes.
It wasn't a close game quite yet, but it seemed like a huge momentum.
Connor, I can't, that's, I think, he had the game winner. He hit the buzzer beater against Waunakee, sending us into halftime. I don't know if there's been another one or if this was it, but even if not, that's 3 buzzer beaters that he's hit that's really given us momentum in at crucial times. Like you said, it's still a 7-point game, but when you look up at that scoreboard and you're heading into the fourth quarter with 8 minutes left and you see a 10-point deficit, that's a lot different than looking up and seeing a 7-point deficit, and now all of a sudden the momentum's on our side, and we were able to just keep going right off of that and build off of that in the last 8 minutes. So it wasn't an easy look. He had a defender right in his face, but for some strange reason, he gets those to fall a lot for him. So yeah, that was a big shot for us, a big momentum boost.
An amazing turnout. I mean, I almost broke down right at the beginning of my speech, but it was just awesome. Basically a sea of purple everywhere, and it's comforting knowing that I have a whole community behind me. I mean, I knew that before, but just to see everybody out here and enjoying, and had a great game for it too, and it's surreal. It really was.
And specifically about the game, how special was it? They were down 11 in the third and came back and
It was awesome. I went in to meet them all, and they said, we're going to do everything we can to win this game for you. And I mean, they really did. They hustled their butts off, and it was pretty awesome. They showed a lot of heart.
Is there any last words you want to share with the community?
Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, a thank you to every single person that was involved with this, my whole family, just everybody.